I've built AI systems and automated operations across marketing, sales, finance, and ops. In this video, I'm breaking down the 4 systems I've deployed, the exact infrastructure that's running across these companies right now. Let's start with the first one. System 1 is an ad creative intelligence platform where marketing teams at 8-figure e-com brands are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars testing ad creatives completely blind. Zero visibility into what competitors are running and no idea what actually converts before they spend their money. So this system tracks all of their internally running ads across Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok along with the competitors, as we can see over here, where it analyzes thousands of creatives to identify winning patterns, hooks, visual angles, emotional triggers, and then repurposes it and automatically generates platform-ready ads based on what's proven to work. Let's take a look at the exact output by the AI. This is for a client for information selling dog mats. The AI knows everything about their campaign, emotional tone, their persona, their product, their offers, the dog breeds, the visual angles, the different image models that we're using, Nano Banana, GPT-4o, and Nano Banana Pro, where we've tested 50, 100 plus open source models to finalize the best performing ones, where the AI knows their brand, their products, their current Black Friday offer if we take a look into this, their other offers which is typically buy 2 get 1 free, the current font colors, their brand style, all the different hex colors of the products that they offer, where it also automatically generates 9x16 creatives for Instagram stories. The system does not just make static ad guides, it makes automatic AI UGC and video demonstrations, product demonstrations, AI human UGC avatars, product animations, dog pet content, product demonstration. Well, let's click into one of these and take a look at one of these videos.
Look how the mat just TR apps all that mud. My floors stay completely clean. It's amazing.
So as we can see, this is typically a 5 to 8 second B-roll that is generated where we prefer the model VO 3.1. We also have product demonstrations. Let's take a look at this one, for instance.
I didn't believe it till I saw it myself. This mat actually TR apps the mud.
As we can see, where we have a dirt trapping demo as well.
Watch this. Muddy paws, rainy day.
Every step, trapped.
Floor?
Spotless. Wait.
No way that actually works.
With this system, they now know what works before spending money on testing. It replaces $50K per month competitive intelligence subscriptions, and their creative team went for 2 ads per week to 50 plus variations every single day. Images, text overlays, Instagram stories, and video content. This is for an 8-figure e-com brand, and this system has completely replaced their creative bottleneck. If you want the same systems deployed in your company, there's a link in the description to book in a call. This isn't optional anymore. Marketing, sales, finance, operations, every function is being rebuilt with AI infrastructure. Companies doubling down on this are winning, while companies waiting are falling behind. So that was for marketing. Now let's move on to finance, where this is a finance intelligence platform where CFOs and finance teams are spending 40 plus hours every single month creating earning reports for the board, where they're drowning in Excel spreadsheets, manual analysis, formatting charts instead of making strategic decisions, where this system automates the entire process, where what it first does, guys, is it takes financial data, revenue, expenses, customer metrics, and generates a complete board-ready presentation in 8 minutes. Look at this. This is the exact chart that is generated, where if we take a look at it, it has professional revenue charts, expense breakdowns, customer acquisition metrics. We have revenue versus forecast analysis, where we use Claude on the backend to generate these type of charts and intelligence. We have expense metrics to the pie chart. The entire analysis is done using AI and a backend of enriched data. But here is what makes it CFO level. It doesn't just show what has changed, it explains why. Variance analysis automatically written, where if we take a look at this, we have a variance deep dive, the root cause analysis of performance drivers and corrective actions, strategic market insights, market position strengthening with competitive advantage positioning, HubSpot opportunity, growth vectors, competitive positioning, and market dynamics. The complete updated forecasts and assumptions, revised outlook reflecting current performance and market dynamics. Strategic priorities and next step, risk assessment and mitigation, appendix reference materials, where on the back end to produce more sophisticated charts, we use Nano Banana. This is what gets delivered. Executive summary, strategic recommendations, everything formatted and ready to present. These aren't templates. It's analyzing the data, identifying trends, and writing the insights. My team even went ahead and made a simple breakdown of the finance AI agent infrastructure. As you can see, you can grab this exact system with the link in the description below, where we have a complete complete breakdown of why the finance agent, what does it do, the core architecture and capabilities, the tools and prerequisites, real examples of the charts generated. We have attached it. This is the exact same system I was just showing. Generated charts using Nano Banana Pro for the more sophisticated charts and visualizations and representations of data. How the chart was generated, what are the inputs that we're providing, workflow configurations, troubleshooting, maintenance, advanced configurations, and the prompt library. You can grab the exact JSON file over here and test it out yourself in n8n. This system essentially replaces $47,000 per month in analyst labor, 40 times faster, 40 hours to 8 minutes in workflow time. The CFO spends time now on strategy instead of formatting spreadsheets, and the board gets consistent high-quality financial analysis every single month without fail. And beyond just earning reports, the same infrastructure we have deployed to generate financial forecasts, investor pitch decks, customized reports for different stakeholders and portfolio companies for consulting firms. Now, with finance automated, let me show you an end-to-end automated sales intelligence platform where most teams waste insane amounts of time manually researching prospects, sending generic emails, chasing cold leads. Most outreach completely gets ignored because it's not personalized or timely. And hiring 2 to 3 SDRs that cost $200K plus per year, plus ramp time, plus turnover. What this system does is it monitors thousands of companies for buying signals, job changes, funding rounds, expansions, tech stack changes. This system works twofold, where number one, you can either manually request leads using a form such as this where you can type into it, find me verified leads in the United States, in Singapore, in Germany with job titles like XYZ, where the organization should have X amount of employees, X amount of revenue, X industry, using X amount of tech stack. And then what it does is it's connected on the back end to either Apollo, Explorium, Cognizant, some type of a B2B prospecting database where it extracts the leads or automatically. The other way is where the system monitors thousands of companies for buying signals, job changes, fund rounds, expansions, tech stack changes. When a signal is detected, let's say a company just hired a new VP of marketing, it kicks off automatically where first it researches the company guys where we can see it gets the revenue range, employee count, it gets their NAICS code where some of our clients want to segregate or filter their outbound through the code. It gets recent news, if any, available using Perplexity. It gets their latest quarterly reports because this is a piece of information that a lot of our consulting clients request. It gets the key challenges that the company is facing, where these key challenges are completely customized to the client's offer and market positioning. Where think about it, let's say we're outreaching to Adidas. Of course, we're going to have a lot of possible key challenges or improvements that this company could do. But what we do on the back end is we train the AI to think like your company's SDR, your company's intern, agent. So now all the key challenges it will identify will be from the perspective of something that they can offer and solve with their solution and offer. We get their competitors, we get the secondary opportunities, the timing triggers, then we get their current tech investments as well, where these are just pieces of information that could be leveraged in the outbound if we so choose to. Revenue trend, hiring momentum, engagement readiness, competitive thread, the value prop that the company can provide in this case, the recommended approach for outreach, and then the key talking points, research gap, and meta information about the company in general. And this is the really cool part about the system, where it automatically finds the right decision maker and not just the names guys. It has the right insights. What do they care about? What have they posted about on LinkedIn? What problems are they actively and proactively currently trying to solve? Let's take a look at this. So this is Jan over here. He's the CEO of Avigan. So what we first do is we scrape his entire LinkedIn history, as we can see over here, his entire job experience, all the skills, which is okay. We get company or which university did he get an MBA background in. Again, then what we do is we analyze his entire LinkedIn connections and followers, and we learn some really interesting pieces of information for personalization, where he presents at major industry events such as the Chicken Marketing Summit, AVEC EU, National Chicken Council, and is visible in industry publications, spotlights, and demonstrates prominent presence with global footage, agriculture, B2B networks. Then what we do is we analyze his entire LinkedIn activity to understand what are common themes that he's talking about, what are alignment topics. So Chen is the person whose account we're outreaching from in this case, and what are alignment topics between the person who's outreaching and the person he's trying to outreach to, he's trying to pitch his offer to, where we can see they have alignment topics in supply chain transformation, operational efficiencies and TMT industrial, future industry outlooks, 2035 challenges. We already have the AI on the backend trained completely on Chen and his entire knowledge base, what he specializes in, his history. So the AI already is thinking like I am Chen, and he's reading his profile. He's reading Jan's profile in this case on LinkedIn. This is the perspective you want to think about when we're thinking about how these systems operate on a high level. Where If we take a look at it, we analyze the content themes he's talking about, his thought leadership, the evidence. The AI then suggests different engagement angles and it comes up with this. Congratulate Yan on Avigan's ambitious KSA expansion and reference parallels with Meridian Advisory's global supply chain transformation work. Offer a perspective on leveraging digital transformation to accelerate success. We have multiple AIs on the back end talking to each other, queuing, auditing. If it doesn't pass a certain threshold of quality, it goes back to the other AI that initially generated the outbound message with feedback. So it's a self-improving loop. It's just like how us humans work together, where I will do a piece of work, I will show it to someone and they're going to give me feedback. We have a similar structure on the back end where we have AIs talking to each other. And the whole goal is to tie Meridian's advisory TMT and supply chain digitalization practices, where we have a long analysis. Then finally, personalization touchpoints. What are mutual interests? What is a hook that we can use? And what is finally the outreach angle? Reference his expansion posts and industry challenge presentations as openings for strategic conversation on enabling sustainable digital transformation. And once again, we have another AI that's doing another analysis, the outreach strategies, finally auditing the entire process. This is an example of the email that is generated, and this email is for an example of what we deploy for our consulting firms, where every client we have, they have different styles, engagement strategies that they want to leverage. So whatever style of copy that you guys have, that can be completely implemented on the back end, where we can see this is specifically an AI trained on the style of outreach that they wanted to implement. Hey Yan, I saw your June post announcing Avigan's 200 million investment to create a Middle East supply hub. Congratulations. And then we start pivoting the conversation to our offer with case studies. We have an entire AI using vector databases of all of their case studies, whether that you might have 10 case studies, you might have 100, 200, you might have PDFs that you want to attach in the outreach email. All of that can be done using the system. And then credibility. I lead Meridian Advisory's TMT practice, and we've helped. Would a 20-minute conversation be worthwhile as you operationalize KSA? In this system, we can have as many follow-ups as needed. Typically, we recommend 4 to 6 follow-ups and within X amount of days. So this system on the backend is set for 1 email, 5 follow-ups every 7 days if they haven't replied. And now the follow-up is not that, hey Yan, have you read my email? Are you ready to buy from me? No. We have, like I said, a vector database on the backend of the AI trained on all of the case studies. So relevant to all the research we did about the company initially, where we did all that research, the key challenges they're facing, the tech investments, what are they doing right now, the news. The AI will automatically find the relevant case studies and attach it over here. As we can see, we have another follow-up, and then we have another follow-up. This is for more sophisticated clients where they have surveys, they have publications they're putting out there, as we can see. And finally, we have the closing message where this is what it looks like. Then the system sends personalized outreach across email and LinkedIn, multi-channel, multi-touch. It's even connected to your CRM on the backend, whether you're using Salesforce, HubSpot to check for existing leads and make sure that we're not sending to duplicates or people who have already been contacted previously by your team. The AI on the backend automatically scores the leads with an ICP fitness score and prioritizes the leads with a higher ICP score for the outbound and the people we want to contact first. And as we saw in the emails previously, it can reference their recent hires, mention their specific tech stack, and position our solution in context to their actual situation. And when they finally do reply, whether it might be a positive reply or something that is open to interpretation, the system automatically handles it, adds it to the CRM, and notifies the sales team to be more hands-on and take care of it. This system has generated 40 to 50 qualified sales calls per month on autopilot, replaces 2 to 3 full-time SDRs, no sick days, no turnovers, no ramp time, and operates 24/7 across multiple time zones, multiple languages outreach, and multiple markets, niches, and segments. And as we guys saw, the personalization is not surface level. It's like researching what a human would be doing themselves, but at machine scale. One of our clients uses this for private equity outreach, where it monitors C-suite changes across 500 portfolio companies and automatically generates customized pitch decks based on the new executive's background and priorities. So it's a combination of the previous finance system I saw, but now leveraged with the monitoring and the customization of data enrichment and personalization that this system offers. So now we've covered marketing, finance, and sales. But here's the problem executives have. Executives are investing millions of dollars in AI, but cannot prove it is working. They don't know which AI systems are actually being used, by whom, which practice areas, which departments, how often, or what impact are they actually having. When the CEO asks, are we ahead? Are we behind on AI? There's no clear answer. So this is the problem that we solve for a private equity firm managing $500 million in portfolio companies, where what this system does is it tracks every AI agent deployed across the entire organization in real time, where we currently have 12 agents active with a deployment velocity of 8.2 days, showing that we're actively launching new agents every every 2 weeks. 4,847 automated tasks completed this month. That's work that used to require human hours previously. 12 total practice areas and 18 total systems coverage. But here is what makes it really powerful for executives. You can see which departments are leading adoption. Whereas we can see the TMT department in this case is leading adoption, where it is backed by private equity, healthcare, finance services, and consumer goods. We can see the agents deployed by the geography, the total monthly activities, the total number of users within the organization, and the different use cases. We even get a weekly operational summary showing all the data columns for each week. And we get full visibility into the deployment timeline across different agents and practice areas. And take a look at what these agents actually do, where this one monitors C-suite changes across 500 portfolio companies. When a new executive is hired, it automatically generates a customized pitch deck based on their background. There's one that tracks competitor M&A activity and flags strategic opportunities. This one is analyzing earning calls for 200 plus tech companies, extract key themes, maps it to internal publications, and distributes personalized insights to relationship owners for the portfolio companies. Where this system, it's aggregating client touchpoints, emails, meetings, project updates, and generates relationship health scores, surfaces engagement opportunities with the client, opportunities to potentially upsell them, further deepen the relationship with them. We have a system over here tracking alumni career progressions, identifies relationship owners once again, generates congratulatory outreach templates with personalized context. Now when the CEO asks, is AI working? This dashboard answers it in 30 seconds. It shows that AI is not a side project, it is core infrastructure driving the business forward. And it proves ROI to the C-suite, shows adoption rates, shows deployment speed as we can see over here. And here's the strategic piece, guys. It identifies what is working. The agents that get used the most, those are the ones you double down on. Super important. The ones that are sitting idle and not being used, we either kill them or we figure out why adoption is slow and lagging. And this is exactly how you measure AI success at enterprise level. Not vibes, but clear dashboard metrics. These were the 4 systems: finance automation, sales intelligence, marketing intelligence, and enterprise operations. If you're looking to implement similar systems and drive the same level of results, there's a link in the description to book in a call. You've already seen what the frameworks have done for companies like BCG and BMW. Now imagine what's possible when we tailor these solutions specifically for your organization. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to helping you lead with AI.